Weeks had passed since that fateful train ride. Kenny had thrown herself into work, determined to heal and move on. She deleted all pictures taken with John, blocked him, and told herself she was fine, but every now and then, that memory of Abeokuta flashed before her eyes like a nightmare. Life slowly returned to normal. Every morning, she wore her smile like armor, humming softly as she got ready for work. Her colleagues noticed how quiet she had become, but she laughed it off. "I'm just focusing on myself," she would say. One Sunday morning, after so many excuses, Kenny finally decided to go back to church. She was a chorister with a sonorous voice, but she had stopped singing for a while. Now, she needed peace, something deeper than sleep or silence could give. She walked into the auditorium just as the choir was singing her favorite song, "You Are the Reason." She closed her eyes and let the melody wash over her like a gentle wave. Then suddenly, something caught her attention. A familiar face. A man seated behind the keyboard, lost in the music. It was Niyi. He had joined the church 2 months ago as the new keyboardist. Her eyes widened slightly. For a moment, she thought she was imagining things. But no, it was him, the same calm, kind man from the train. After service, as people exchanged greetings and laughter filled the air, Niyi walked up to her with that same soft smile. "Kenny," he said. "Niyi," she smiled back, a little shy. They both laughed, that kind of quiet laugh that carries a story words can't explain. "Wow, I didn't know you attend this church," he said. "I haven't been around much lately," she replied. "Life happened." "I understand," he nodded, his tone gentle. "But I'm glad to see you again." That Sunday became the start of something new. At first, they talked after service, short, polite conversations about music, work, and sometimes, random jokes. But slowly, those conversations became longer. He would wait for her after choir rehearsals, offer her rides home, and sometimes bring her snacks or cold drinks after long practice hours. It wasn't forced. It just flowed. For the first time in a long while, Kenny laughed without pretending. Niyi never asked about her past, but somehow, he knew she was healing from something. And that was what made him different. Weeks turned into months. They became close, sharing songs, food, and laughter. One evening, after midweek service, they sat outside the church compound, watching cars pass by. The night breeze was soft, and Kenny felt strangely at peace. Niyi had asked her to be his girlfriend. In his words, he said, "I'm not here for jokes, I'm here to spend forever with you." "You know," she said, smiling faintly, "I never thought I'd meet someone on a train and still be talking to them months later." "Well," Niyi replied with a playful grin, "I like to think I was on a divine assignment that day." They both laughed again, but their eyes said more than words could. That night, when Kenny got home, she prayed, not for a relationship, but for clarity. And deep down, she felt something warm, something right. Fast forward to 6 months later. Kenny and Niyi's relationship had blossomed into something beautiful. They had become inseparable, not the noisy dramatic kind of love, but peaceful and genuine. On her birthday, Niyi surprised her with a dinner at a small rooftop restaurant overlooking the city lights. As the music played softly in the background, he reached into his pocket and smiled nervously. "Kenny," he said, looking straight into her eyes, "I never thought a delayed train could lead me to the love of my life. You're my answered prayer. Please marry me." Tears rolled down her cheeks before she could speak. She nodded, smiling through her tears. "Yes, Niyi. 1,000 times, yes, I'll marry you." That night, she whispered to herself once more, the same line that had started it all. Maybe not all destinations are places. Maybe some are people. They got married 3 months after. It was a very beautiful sight. 5 years later, they had 2 beautiful children, a boy and a girl. Their laughter filled the house like music. Every year, on their anniversary, Niyi and Kenny would take a trip, first to Ghana, then Dubai, then London. Eventually, they relocated to the United States, chasing bigger dreams together. And on quiet nights, while watching their kids play in the living room, Kenny would look at Niyi and smile. "If I hadn't taken that train," he would chuckle and finish her sentence. "Then you wouldn't have met your destination lover." They both laughed softly, grateful for every twist of fate that led them to each other. Because sometimes, heartbreak isn't the end of your story. It's just the beginning of a better one.